to Vlogmas, you guys! Welcome to Vlogmas, my second Vlogmas, and hopefully I hope you guys will enjoy my little speed painting. So let's get cracking. This time-lapse is a little bit extra for artists, especially digital artists, so it's more a technical drawing video this time. And for you, for you guys who haven't been here before and who are checking out my channel for the first time, I am NIlle. I'm a freelance illustrator and I'm currently located in Bergen, Norway. If you are from here and if you are in Norway, come and check me out. I have an art gallery in Bryggen here in Bergen, so come and check me out, and because I like nice hugs and coffee and tea, so that you can have all of that with me in the shop. Now I am going to show you guys a time-lapse that I did just yesterday, and it's for my Love Is project again. It's about Shakespeare, and it's an interpretation of mine with two girls instead, and they're waiting for the finished piece. What is going to happen with them? How is he going to write the story, and what is in store for them? And they don't know, because they have never heard Shakespeare, because they are Juliet and Juliet, of course. No Romeo in this scenario. So let's get into it. So while I was starting to draw this piece, I wanted to fill up actually a fairy tale book that I was working on with a lot of fairy tales, and I wanted to do different interpretations for a Love Is project. And so the sketch that I started with was very rough, and I basically wanted to do something Michelangelo in a way with the hair, and so that's what I started with, because I'm very comfortable with hair. I've practiced a lot of drawing of hair and so on, so that's kind of what I like the best to do. But at the same time, I wanted it to be a bit like scratchy, dark, like in the 1800s drawings. So the hair is very dark compared to the rest of the image. And the feeling that I feel like I got that through in the image, really. And the rest of the drawing, the composition, I took a little bit by feel. I just wanted to make something interesting, that it went from the left side to the right, and you got the eye movements. You start on the head and then you go over to the girls so you can see them at the end. Composition wise, I like this composition, and I feel like it goes well with the image. What I do, I scan the drawing into the computer, and I'm sorry you didn't get to see me sketch it up, because I did this drawing a few months ago, so I just picked up a drawing for this Love Is that I really always wanted to finish, so that's what I did with this one. So sorry guys, but next time I hope that you will see the sketching process, because that is something that I really like when I see YouTube videos, and I like to see the sketching process. It's one of my favorite things, so I will definitely try to do that to you guys. But for this image, we can concentrate on the colors. I have been working a lot with getting in new colors and simplifying my style. I know I've said it in a few last videos as well, few videos before this, but now this piece was more of a big piece, so I wanted to get these colors together. I must admit I've struggled quite a bit at the end here to try to get everything to come together in the colors, because I couldn't help myself, guys. I ended up with too many colors. So now at the end I had to go back and simplifying it again, and it's not really something that I enjoy doing, because it's kind of like erasing work, but when it works better for the image, it's better to see your faults and just go back and do it again. Yeah, it's something to do, and you learn something from that as well. You learn to go back again and do it over again, and it doesn't hurt. It's not the end of the world, and you will end up with a better result that you already had. So that's very important. If it sucks, if the colors doesn't work, do it again. That's life. So the colors that I used, I actually got inspired by my teacher when I was 17, NIlle Illustrations. You should check her out. She's an abstract painter and she lives in my hometown actually. And she taught me these color combinations. I remember them very well. It was like, we call them salmon pink and turquoise and yellow ochre. And these three colors, they have a really, really good effect. Of course, we used like, I think we used raw sienna and raw amber and all the brown tones as well. But I think these three colors, the turquoise, yellow ochre, and the raw salmon pink, it was something that has stuck with me forever and since that. So that's what I wanted to put into this image, and that's why I'm going back to using only them and in a simpler style, because yeah, I think they're really effectful colors. So if you want to try something new and fun, just try these colors and see if you like them. Since this is something that I've already done, I wanted to do it in a little bit more retro-retric style, and that's why I put them into this image. I went a little bit more textury in this picture than the others that I've tried in this new comic painterly style. So you can see the brush that I'm making. I just called it Snow, and it followed, I think it is something I found on DeviantArt. I can recommend that. Go to DeviantArt, try to search digital brushes, and then you will find the brushes that you will want to need. You can try ink, you try watercolor. I think these ones are watercolor, and just find the textures that you like and use those. When I started with Photoshop, I actually put in pictures of fabrics and just cut them in to the image itself, and it worked fine when I tried to find out and at least make the picture look a little bit finished. But now that I've gotten better in Photoshop, it's really nice to just let go of the texture and not having to deal with that anymore, because it was a lot of work as well. So I recommend, instead of using texture, just try to find the brushes that you're comfortable with. So with this image, I've gone through new colors. I've tried old colors in a new drawing style. It's a simpler style, and I've done more texture in this one than I did in the other ones. And all of this is kind of new to me, so but it's still so worth it to try something new, even though it feels a bit uncomfortable. The girls, I got into the midway of this painting, and I started struggling a bit because I had overworked it and I couldn't see it. The whole goal of actually trying to start with these colors was to simplify my style, make it go faster, because I used way too long time on my images, and contain myself from using all the colors in the world. And what I started with is, in this image, I started using all the shadings in the world. So even though I had like 3, 4, or 5 colors, not even that, I started shading everything in in that way. So I started thinking about too many details, and I started to zoom in. So that's what I did wrong in this image, and what I can learn from in the next image that I want to do. So what I had to do was to go back again and change it up a little bit and calm the valør, it's called in Norwegian, called the shadings down a little bit. So they got a little bit calmed down and the image finally got together. But what I wanted to talk about was ask people for help. I started struggling with it when I was like over halfway, and I thought like, okay, I'm blind now, I can't see what I need to change, so I have to send this to my 3 confidants, and that's my colleagues, of course, Lina and Anna, and my wife. So I added a message on Facebook Messenger and be like, oh, girls, what am I doing now? This is not going how I wanted. So they answered me, of course, and Anna, she said, just calm down the colors, they're too bright, they're too like in your face. And the girls agreed, and so I started doing that, and it turned out really well. So ask other people for help, you guys, if you're stuck a little bit with details and you can't see your way through, and you go like, oh, this just looks horrible, and you really want to finish this exactly piece, and instead of starting all the way over, like removing everything, just ask someone. You can either do that, and if you are alone and you don't have any artists around you or people who want to give their opinion, or you just, then you might need some time to think about it. And you need to turn off your computer or put away your art supplies if you don't do it digitally, and take a rest. Watch a movie, go to sleep, have some food, have a walk, something like that, and so you can relax a little bit, and that you don't have to sit there and be like, push it through. What I normally do, actually, I send the image to my friends, like I said, my confidants, and I just draw another picture, something else, just to, so, because I don't have time all the time to just, when I'm stuck, to go out or something, I need to work and finish other stuff. So then I go into another project and I start drawing on that. Yeah, so that's what you can do when you're stuck, like I was in this image. The Love Is project I talked about in my last video as well, so you can check out that. It's the project that I'm working on Instagram, so you can go and check that out. It's a portraitation of couples and people in general, and just showing love and spreading more love and equality into the world, and that's what I'm really passionate about, and I really want to share that with you guys, so you can, and especially LGBT people, if you have friends, if you have someone you know that it's uncertain, they're in the closet, or yeah, the lovely term closet, or you want something, like want to help a friend that are a bit stuck, and especially who are an artist and so on, you can come and send that channel. Ooh, it's so snowy! And so yeah, that's what I had to say about this painting. I will ask you guys to recommend a fairy tale down in the comments, and maybe I can illustrate it and use it for my Love Is purchase, and it would be so fun to do that for you guys, and to put more love into the fairy tales with LGBT theme, of course. And so yeah, that's me. So now I just wanted to say thank you guys for checking out my video. It has started to become much more fun to make this video as I've been comfortable making them, and it's truly something that I enjoy doing. And so I have to say, on Instagram and Facebook, and hopefully that you guys will like my work and share it with your friends and subscribe to my channel, and I will see you again very, very soon on this Vlogmas. And thank you guys for checking me out. Have a good day, you guys. Bye!